The new payment system in the US is beginning to show what is really going on with digital assets behind the scenes, the change that will speed up payments. There is a clip with Bill Haggerty coming up. He is the guy who came up with the idea for the SMART Act. We'll also look at some new information from Paul Atkins about how to set up rules for crypto assets government. You need to hear the new song. We are going to look at donde. Of course, we'll talk about XRP. There is a change to spot ETFs. We're also going to look at some data. Straits X's head of business talks about their new stablecoin on the XRP. Also near the end, we'll look at some Masari measures, which is very good news for XRP. Look at this post that Riz made. Let's get right to it. Do you think there will come a time when I can tell my broker to buy me X stablecoins and keep them in my account? Of course, you'll be able to do that almost right away. Also, the way to pay is still there. It can do well in America. We just need to make sure it's legal. If not, we'll see what's been going on. It will keep going offshore. This is a better way to keep people safe. It's also a better way to make sure that the United States stays the center of competition and new ideas in this area. That looks like it will be a big win for the crypto business. But I find it strange that Bitcoin and Ethereum are losing some ground today. No, go ahead, sir. No, I meant to say that this is also good for dollar power if you think about it. A little bit of value has been lost, but the dollar will remain the world's most important asset because that's where all the digital trades will take place. It also helps that more people want to buy treasuries, especially now that we're trying to cut down on the debt. I understand. Senator Haggerty, thanks for being here with us. Thanks for that. Thanks a lot. Think about it. They know that stablecoin usage is going to be very important for the future of the US dollar. To buy US debt, they need people who make stablecoins. That's the plan here. If the Trump administration wants to keep the US in power for the next few decades, they will put national security first in everything they do. This is because de-dollarization is a big threat to everyone around the world. Regulating stablecoins and other digital assets in the US will be important steps toward this goal. Okay, so SEC Chair Paul Atkins, one of my main goals as chairman will be to create a sensible legal framework for crypto asset markets that sets clear rules for how crypto assets can be issued, stored, and traded. Okay, let's look at this. How the SEC enforces rules is very important. After writing a rule, it's another thing entirely for it to work as planned. When we follow the rules set by law, they should be smart, effective, and fit the situation perfect. As chairman, one of my main goals will be to create a sensible regulatory framework for crypto asset markets. This framework should set clear rules for the creation, storage, and trade of crypto assets, while also keeping bad people from breaking the law. Investors need clear rules of the road to protect themselves from scams. There will be no regulation by enforcement. Instead, rules will be made through notice and discussion. The Commission will use the powers it already has to make sure that market players follow standards that are appropriate for their purpose. How we follow the rules here at the SEC. Already, Paul Atkins seems like a better choice to be SEC Chair Commissioner than Gary Gensler, right? The way the guy acts makes it seem like he's saying the right things. It looks like he gets along with everyone. We need him to do what he needs to do to move the US forward. What grade would you give him so far? Do you want A or B? Tell me in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on Paul Atkins' work as chair of the SEC. Okay, so Robinhood has sent the SEC a plan to regulate tokenized real estate assets. The goal is to get Wall Street on board and lock up a $30 trillion zero-cents market. We shouldn't be surprised at all by this. You know all about this because we've been talking about it on this station for years. You also know that these markets will continue to grow. Haniga is a tokenized version of these markets where these goods can be bought and sold around the clock every day. That will make it possible for more trades and volume, which should mean more profits for the people and companies that work in this field. Bitstamp has also bought a Mika crypto asset provider license. This is related to the Ripple partner and investment. This will make it possible to carry out orders from clients and storage of digital goods all over the EU. It comes after Bitstamp got the MiFID license to run a multilateral trading platform the previous year. Things are getting very interesting. More and more Ripple partners are going their own way to get a bigger share of this market, right? Robinhood's biggest problem was that they didn't have enough users from other countries, and they also wanted to grow their crypto business. Business has been up a few 100% year over year, and they know that as more Americans and people around the world learn about Bitcoin and other digital assets, they will come in. That's why Robinhood and all of their partners want to make sure they have products to sell to people That's how they'll make all of their money. Then Donde talks about how tokenized US bonds have made more than 7 billion TVL. You're already seeing more than $7 billion euro cents locked in. This is the first time this goal has been met. That Donde has done this is really great. It's clear that this is the first step toward putting hundreds of billions or even trillions of dollars on the chain. In the end, you'll see it all over Donde. It will show up in the XRP record. It will show up all over HBAR, and I'm sure you'll see a lot of other asset types across that. Just let me say that this is 14 seconds. It looks like an ad for them to me. Most of Donde's growth is coming from its most popular tokenized treasury assets, which are owned by more than 80% of all asset holders in this category. Basically a small picture of the growth chart. Fun. Okay, let's keep going. Also, guys, you can check out realworldassets.isq. You can come here anytime. Your search for know or view led you to this page. You can type in the XRP database, and this will really show you what's going on with the XRP ledger's chain. The AI in the corner is hitting me up, but you can come in here and see that, say, RXRQ has done 111 million. LSD is worth about $40 million. Then Open Eden is about 5.1 million. It's clear that we're still very early in this process. It makes me so happy to work with the guys at Apex CNXG. Listen, they were made in 2017, not needed for KYC. You can use them in the US, yes. They are a very powerful DEX with a total trade volume of $62 billion, $700 million, 0 cents. They've made almost 90 million deals and 17.42 million people are still interested. Here is the UI. It gives you easy access to a lot of great information that will help you become the star seller you were meant to be. Start your journey through decentralized trade. They have low fees and make it easy to trade across multiple chains. Whether you want to trade one of these expensive crypto coins, whether you want to trade one of these expensive cryptocurrencies or some younger meme coins or other AI agents, you can also trade with the full range of goods from them. The best way to make the most money is to pay, and so maker 0.002, taker 0.005. Another amazing thing about you is your 24-hour amount. Take a look at this, $355 million, 0 cents. I have worked with Apex Exchange for a few weeks now. You can get up to $30,000, 0 cents today in cash, deposits, and welcome bonuses. The extra stuff you can get from Apex is always really cool. You have to sign up, make a payment, and start earning. You can also reward friends, which is what I'm doing here. You can buy both spot and futures XRP. The deck is one of the cleanest I've seen. They make me really happy to work with them. Put the link further down in the text. Help me out today by looking at Apex. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Hello, the SEC has put off the 21-share XRP ETF. I wanted to know more about what's going on. The SEC review is still going on, and the Exchange Commission is looking over several applications for